Today we are going to be doing a lesson focusing on word strategies, specifically contextual cues. We're going to be reading a book, and then there are some words selected in this book, and we're going to use context clues together, and I'm going to show my student, which is my daughter. I'm going to be showing her some pictures and having her choose which word, which picture shows the meaning of the word, and then we're going to talk about it a little bit and make it fun. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's look here. Okay, we're going to be reading a book. Do you know who this is?
Winnie Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh. So we're going to be reading a book about Winnie the Pooh, and then there are some pink words. Do you want to see? Let's find a pink word. See, like, here's a pink word. And then I'm going to show you some pictures, and you're going to have to tell me which picture shows the word, okay? Okay, you want to start reading? All right, let's read. So our book is called Winnie the Pooh and a Day for Eeyore. Which one's Eeyore?
Winnie Pooh.
This is Winnie the Pooh. Where's Eeyore? Yeah, where's Piglet? Yep. I think Gru and our rabbit. Yeah.
Yeah, rabbit.
All right.
He's a bunny.
Yeah, he's a rabbit.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
still a rabbit.
Yeah, rabbit. Bunnies are the little babies. All right.
Yeah.
Let's look. Bring some lights. Okay. Let's read. At the edge of the 100-acre wood, a lovely old bridge crossed a peaceful little river. Now, this bridge was a favorite spot of Winnie the Pooh's, and he would often wander there, doing nothing in particular and thinking nothing in particular, but on one such wandering, something suddenly took Pooh's mind off of nothing, and that something was a big brown pine cone which dropped plop right on his head. Where's the pine cone? Yeah. Pooh picked up the pine cone and gazed at it thoughtfully. As he walked along, he decided to make up a little poem. But while his head was occupied, he was trying to think of a word that rhymed with cone. His feet, left to their own devices, tripped over a tree, grew, and Pooh tumbled to the ground. Pooh kept on tumbling until he came to a stop on the bridge, just as the pine cone went skittering over the edge and into the water below. Let's read that again. Ready? Pooh kept on tumbling until he came to a stop on the bridge. Okay, that's our word. Our word is tumbling. Look, we're looking at the book. Our word is tumbling.
Yeah, our word is tumbling.
Yep. Which picture shows the word tumbling? Oh, what is he showing there? He looks sad. He looks gloomy. Yeah. We're talking about the word tumbling. What happened to Winnie the Pooh? Let's take a guess. What do you think happened to Winnie the Pooh?
I don't know.
Is he standing or did he fall?
He fell.
He fell, yeah. So another word for falling or fell is tumbling.
Yeah, tumbling.
Do you see this boy? Is he standing or falling?
Falling.
Yeah. So what's another word for falling? Tumbling.
Tumbling.
Yep. So let's try again. Pooh kept on tumbling until he came to a stop. Which picture shows tumbling? Yeah, tumbling. He tumbled. Good job.
Yeah, he's tumbled.
All right, let's keep reading.
Yeah.
Oh, brother, said Pooh. We're looking at our book. Oh, brother, said Pooh, I suppose I shall have to find another one. Now Pooh had every intention. We're looking?
I'm looking.
Okay. Now Pooh had every intention of doing just that. But the river was slipping away so peacefully beneath him that his thoughts began to slip away with it. That's funny, Pooh said to himself as the pine cone drifted under the bridge and floated lazily downstream. I dropped it on one side and it came out on the other. He murmured. Also to himself, I wonder if it would do that again. So he collected a rather large and a rather small pine cone and tossed them over the far side of the bridge. Looking nice. Looking nice.
I'm looking.
Looking nice. Then he scurried to the other side and waited. I wonder which one will come out first, said Pooh. Well, as it turned out, the big one came out first and the little one came out last, which was just what Pooh had hoped. And that was the beginning of a game called Pooh Sticks, named for its inventor, Winnie the Pooh. And so it came to pass that one fine day, Pooh, Piglet, Rabbit, and Roo were all on the bridge playing Pooh Sticks. All right now, Rabbit said. The first stick to pass all the way under the bridge wins. On your mark, get set, go. Pooh, Piglet, Rabbit, and Roo all threw their sticks into the water. Then they raced to the other side of the bridge to see whose would come out first. I can see mine, Roo shouted, pointing to a short black stick in the water. We have a pink word. Let's read it again. I can see mine, Roo shouted. So now I'm going to show you pictures and you show me which one is shouted.
Shoot.
Ready?
Yeah, right.
Let's sit down.
Okay, but I'm putting my
Let's
shoe.
sit down. I can see mine, Roo shouted. Which one shows shouted? Yeah, nice job. Can you show me shouting?
Ah!
Yeah, that's shouted. Nice job. It's like yelling, right? Yeah, he said, I can see mine, Roo shouted.
Mhm.
Good job.
I know what shouting.
Yeah, I know. Pointing to a short black stick in the water. I win, I win, he cried even as the stick suddenly spread its wings and flew off to join the other dragonflies flitting about. Can you see yours, Pooh? Piglet asked, peering down at the gently flowing river. No, Pooh said. I expect my sticks stuck. Alright. We're going to skip a little bit, okay?
Mhm.
Go on, Pooh, Rabbit urged. Let's have it. Well, Pooh said, if we all threw stones and things into the river on one side of Eeyore, the stones would make waves, and the waves would wash him to the other side. That's a fine idea, said Rabbit. I'm glad we thought of it, Pooh. But Pooh had already gone off to find a suitable stone. Eeyore floated around. Oh, look, what do we have?
A pink word.
A pink word. It says, Eeyore floated around and around in a circle. He floated.
You floated?
Yeah. What is another, or what picture shows floated? This one or this one? Yeah. Where is he floating?
In the water.
In the water. Can you show me what floating looks like? When you go to the pool, how do you float? Not like that.
Ow.
How do you float? What do you do with your hands? You're floating. Yeah. Let's find the picture of Eeyore floating.
But when it's in
Where is he floating?
the water.
Yeah, you see him? He's floating.
Yeah, like this.
Yep. Okay.
He's
That was
coming-
floated. Oh, look, it was coming up in the next page. Rabbit immediately took charge. Piglet, he directed, give Pooh a little more room. Roo, get back a bit. And to Pooh he said, I think a little to the left. No, a little to the right. It took a while, but Pooh finally got the stone lined up to Rabbit's satisfaction. Pooh, Rabbit said, when I say now, you can drop it. Oh, where's Eeyore floating? Oh no, he's out of the water there. Where is he? Yeah, he's floating there. Then he turned to Eeyore. When I say now, Pooh will drop the stone. Are you ready? 1, Rabbit counted. 2, and now, he cried. And with that, Pooh gave him a mighty have that sent the boulder off the bridge and right smack on top of Eeyore. Oh dear, Pooh sighed as Eeyore sank out of sight. Perhaps it wasn't such a very good idea after all. Pooh was still peering woefully at the spot where his friend had disappeared when Eeyore came sloshing out of the water and onto the riverbank. Looking eyes. Still recording, it's okay. Pooh was still peering woefully at the spar where his friend had disappeared when Eeyore came sloshing out of the water and onto the riverbank. Looking eyes. Oh, Eeyore, Piglet squealed, you're all wet. That happens when you've been in a river a long time, Eeyore said, shaking himself dry and giving Piglet a bit of a bath in the process.
Mommy.
Hold on, let's read. Okay. Tigger is so thoughtless, Rabbit said. Why should Tigger think of me, Eeyore said. No one else does. Why do you say that, Eeyore? Pooh asked. But Eeyore was already shambling away, head hung, shoulders drooping. He looked sad.
Why?
Let's read. Eeyore followed the stream back to his gloomy spot. As he sat there under what seemed to be his very own rain cloud, he could see his sad face in the water. Where's our pink word? Gloomy. So he went back to his gloomy spot. Let's see. Which picture shows the word gloomy? Yeah, what do you think gloomy means?
Sad.
Sad, good job. Yeah, he looks sad, he looks gloomy.
Why?
Gloomy. That's another word for looking sad.
Why?
It's just another word for sad. It's gloomy. So how do you think he looks? Does he look happy or gloomy? Gloomy. Nice job. It's another word for sad. Awesome. All right.
I know sad.
Yeah, it's sad, but what's another word for sad?
Gloomy.
Gloomy. Yep. Nice job. Okay. At the sound of footsteps, Eeyore looked up, and there was his friend Pooh. Eeyore, Pooh said softly, what's the matter? What makes you think anything's the matter? Eeyore sighed. You seem so sad, said Pooh. Why should I be sad? Eeyore asked sadly. And then answering his own question, he said, it's my birthday, the happiest day of the year.
It's Winnie Pooh's birthday?
No, it's Eeyore's birthday. Your birthday, Pooh said, surprised. What color word? Pink word. All right. That pink word says surprised. Which picture shows the word surprised? Yeah, can you show me surprise?
Wow.
Ah, surprise. He's like, what? It's your birthday? Yeah, are you ready to keep reading?
Yeah.
Of course, Eeyore said. Can't you see the presents? No, Pooh replied, looking around in confusion. Can't you see the cake? Eeyore went on. The candles and the pink icing? Well, no, Pooh said, more confused than before. Neither can I, Eeyore said with a sigh. Oh, said Pooh, not quite sure what to say next. He said, well, many happy returns of the day, Eeyore. Thank you, Pooh, Eeyore said, but we can't all, and some of us don't. All right, we're going to go to a few other pages. It looks like Winnie the Pooh is planning a birthday party for Eeyore, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Honey.
Yeah, there's honey in there. What are you giving him? Pooh broke in the moment. Owl paused for breath. Giving who? Owl asked, peering quizzically at Pooh. Eeyore, Pooh replied. Oh, Eeyore, Owl chuckled. Of course, well, what are you giving him, Pooh? I'm giving him this useful pot to keep things in, said Pooh, holding out the empty honey pot, and a useful pot, said Owl, peering into the jar. So he grabbed the jar, and he looked into it. You see he looked into it? So what's this? Our pink word.
Pink word.
The pink word says Owl peered, or said Owl peering into the jar. Which picture shows the word peering? Yeah, good job. What do you think peering means? Can you show me peering?
Looking.
Yes, good job. He was looking. That is another word for peering, is looking. He looked into the jar, or what was the word?
Jar.
He looked into the jar. He's peering into the jar.
Jar.
Yeah, nice job.
I know how to say jar.
Yeah, the jar. But we're talking about peering. Peering. Show me peering. Like with binoculars. Remember Grandpa's binoculars?
Yeah.
Peering, yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
When I was a baby?
Sure. All right. Do you want to finish our book later?
Yeah.
Okay. What did we learn about? What words did you learn?
I learned about searching.
Peering.
Peering.
But searching is another word. Yeah. What else? Can you name one other word that we learned about? Something else. How about here? I'll show you the pictures. Do you remember one of the ones we looked? I think this one was your favorite.
About.
Yeah, what word is that?
Shouting.
Shouting. Nice job.
And,
All right.
and the other hand.
All right, good job.